Okay, I'm back. Now, I did not want to get off the topic of diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Let me explain something about diabetes. A lot of times when people get diabetes or they think, oh my goodness, I need to get rid of carbs. That's the first thing they think about. The sugar, carbs turn into sugar, all that's true. But what causes you to have high blood sugar, high glucose in your blood, is not sugar, although you don't want to eat 5 tablespoons of it. It's saturated fat. It's saturated fat. There's a reason that the blood has so much glucose in it. It's because the sugar, the glucose can't get where it needs to get because of the fat. So you've got cells, you have muscles where your glucose energy is trying to get in to do its job, and it can't because it's gummed up with saturated fat. It's like a keyhole, and you try to stick the key in it, but someone sticks some chewing gum in there. You can't get the key all the way in. That's sort of what's going on with diabetes. The the blood glucose, it can't get into the muscles and the cells and all that stuff, so it's stuck swimming around in your bloodstream. That's what makes it register as being high blood glucose. And so when a person goes on a plant-based diet, the majority, not all, because you have some vegetables that do have saturated fat, but the majority of the saturated fat is eliminated because animal products are very high in saturated fat. And so when you stop ingesting so much fat, then a lot of that glucose has a place to go. With the gum, some of that gum from the keyhole is you're able to get past it. And diabetes improvements happen fast. And just let that sink in. It happens fast. Now, what I've told you so far is what I've read, especially Dr. Barnard. Dr. Barnard, he's the guy, as far as diabetes is concerned. And I'm going to link a lot of the doctors down there where I got a lot of my information. I'll link them. Write down their names in the comments so you can look up their books and things like that. But let me tell you about my son. All right. My son called. He lives in Hawaii, so the time is off a lot. He's my older son, just under 40. And he called me to let me know that he has type 2 diabetes. And this was on the 17th of January of this year. And when he told me about all of his other numbers, the triglycerides, all of those numbers, and it was concerning because not only did he have diabetes, an A1C of 8.0, thank goodness it had symptoms, because the other thing, which was heart disease with the high triglycerides, high cholesterol, all that stuff. The heart disease, he could have had a heart attack in the next couple of years. Because that's a silent one. You don't have as many symptoms with heart disease as you do with diabetes. But the same type of way of eating can take care of all of those things. And so he allowed me to work with him. I told him what to eat, what not to eat. And he did it with fidelity, like big time. Fidelity. And at his 3-month checkup, 3 months, he did not take any of the medicine. He just, he went at this full force. His A1C went from 8.0 to 4.5, I think. I think it was 4.5 in 3 months. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And that's not unusual. That's not unusual. You'll see things that say, these are not usual circumstances. That's pretty usual. When a person goes on a whole food plant-based diet, way of eating, because it's a lifestyle, and your numbers start improving. Your health gets better. You lose weight at the beginning too. At the beginning. And then, it's like everything else. You got to work at it. I dropped quite a bit at the beginning. And I'm struggling where I am now, but that's okay. This, I think this, going on this series of Mary's Minis is going to help me out a lot with this. But, so, diabetes, right? It can definitely help to reverse it or prevent it. I never say cure, because if you start going back the way that you were, the diabetes is coming back hard. So understand that. You can't put your body in a position to take care of you while giving it, the kind of nutrition that it needs and keeping things away from it that it does not need, dairy and animal products, especially dairy. Later, you can't start putting those things back in your system and expect to continue to, thrive, because that's not how it works. It will come back. That's just the way it is. But the food is good. The food is good. I try to, sometimes when I cook, I say, "Oh, this is a good one," because sometimes if you watch somebody cook something, I don't put out recipes. I don't write this stuff down. I've never written down anything that I've cooked. Maybe I'll do that someday, but it's like, just watch me cook. And then you can see the stuff that I put in there and, come up, make it your own, or run the video a few times and, kind of figure it out. But I try to come up with some really good dishes so that you can see eating a plant-based dish, having a plant-based way of living is not a horrible situation. You can have fries, oven or air fryer. You can, all kinds of stews, all kinds of, smothered potatoes with everything, and I'm going to put up some more potato dishes because I'm doing another potato mini. So I'll have some more demonstrations this upcoming week. So today was a great day, and I can't wait to see how tomorrow turns out. And those of you who are doing a Mary's Mini, good luck with you. All right. And here's some of the food that I've had over the last couple of days. All right, I'm going to put together a whole lot more than that. That one dish that you saw, the spinach and potatoes, I didn't know how that was going to taste because it's frozen spinach that I put in there. it was outstanding. It was delicious, delicious, delicious. And that's what I ate on all day today. Not much of a variety. So I'll be back on in a few days to give y'all an update and just talk about some stuff. And all right, have a good one. Bye-bye.